Hey, what's going on everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about Skull Rock, how to unlock Peter Pan, how to do all of his quests, all the secrets in there, also how to trigger the Forgotten's quest line to get you started on all this. I mean, there's a lot to go over. I'm going to try and make this video as short as possible. If you guys wouldn't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. We're on our way to 65,000 subscribers, and at 70,000 subscribers, I have a big surprise. So only 70% of people that watch my content are subscribed. If you'd help me out, double check, make sure you are. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. All right, guys, so the first thing that you need to do is to complete the main story. So we have this post over here by one of the mods on the official Dreamlight Valley Discord. They made this for us, which is very helpful. So thank you for that, Emma. They said how to trigger the Forgotten's quest / unlock Peter Pan. So you have to finish the main story. That means get to the point where you roll the credits, you know, completely finish that. And then you also have to finish the 3 Forgotten quests that trigger after the main story: Magic in Everything, Acts of Care, and Poetic License. Now these used to be tasks that were time gated by 3 different weeks. It looks like the weekly time gap has been removed, so they just trigger one after another. Now sometimes after like this update, the Forgotten has been disappearing. You may have to fully restart your game if they do disappear in the middle of your quest. And also sometimes they're at the Dark Castle at the bottom and also at the very top. So you just have to keep messing with it until you can finally get him to spawn. And then you also have to have Ariel unlocked. So finish Ariel's first quest to have her in your village. You just need access to the raft that goes to Ariel's island. And then after you have all that done, you just wait about 20 minutes. And if you've already done this weeks ago, just log on, wait about 20 minutes, and the quest will pop up. Now that we have that out of the way, the quest that pops up is this one at the top left, a Forgotten name. Talk to the Forgotten. Now I am going to skip past all the dialogue and everything. I'll leave that for you guys. I've already done this before. I'm on my second account right now, and I'm just going to teach you how to do all the puzzles and everything and try and make this guide short. So the first part, after you talk to him, he gives you a feather from Peter Pan. You just have to go over to Skull Rock. And then once you get here, you're going to have to pick a name for the Forgotten. You can pick Onyx, Jet, Obsidian, or you can give the Forgotten a custom name. If you accidentally click on these, don't worry. You can go back to your collections tab, go to the Forgotten, and edit their name there. But for this, we're just going to call him, Suro Jr. for now. All right. So now Suro Jr. is being welcomed into the valley, and it actually pops up the full name and everything. Next, we just have to make our way into Skull Rock with Suro Jr. And to do that, you literally just have to go up to Skull Rock and you can enter now. Now, once you get in here, it's going to tell you just to explore Skull Rock and then meet with Suro Jr. when you're ready. So you can look around. There's nothing you really need to look at. You can take out your pickaxe. Anytime you see big boulders like this, you can mine them and get some stuff. There's also pieces of paper that you can just read for some extra lore, but you don't have to. And then you're going to see different things like this where you have to interact. These are going to be part of your quest. So we have that. We have a crafting station just right here. Again, just search everything, collect all your resources, break everything that you can, read all these things if you want to, but just keep making your way up here. There's also these little spots with these flags. You can actually dig those up and you're going to get like some gems and gold and things like that. And then we also have another one over here. We also have a chest here that you can collect. And then you're going to come to an area with the gate, and it's like blocked over on this side. So we are now going to go talk to Suro Jr. And then he wants you to investigate Skull Rock for more clues. At this time, you just have to go over here right by the gate. And there's actually a little lamp on the ground here. So we're going to dig that up and we're going to collect it. So then we're just going to come back over here. Let's talk to Suro Jr. And then we have to get a few things here. So gather resources to repair the broken lanterns. We have 2 more broken lanterns we have to find. We have to get more gold ingots, some more glass, Vitalis crystals, and then catch the Pixie Dust orb in the village. So we're going to start with getting the other pieces of the broken lanterns. So for that, you actually are just going to have to, the first one, you just come down here. And you're going to grab it over here on the right. Again, you want to break everything that you can. You're just going to need these resources later. So we'll break that, and then we're just going to fish it out of the water right here by the big ship. And then once you get that one, we're going to come over here to this side, and we're going to get the other one. So this will give us all 3. And now that we have that one, all I'm lacking is some glass. I'm just going to go ahead and craft some real quick. It takes 3 of them, but you can get them by breaking stuff in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and make those 3. And then we have to catch the Pixie Dust orbs in the village. So you actually have to leave for this one. Now, these are going to be 1 per biome and 3 random biomes. And it looks like that mine are actually in the same location as my main account. So over here in the Force of Valor, you can see one on the bridge here. And then I had one over in the Forgotten Lands. So there's one over here by this back pond. This is also where I had one. And then the third one was over here in the glade. Mine was actually up a little further by Mother Gothel's house. And it's right here. So you can go in furniture mode to see if you can find it. And then we're just going to go over there and collect them. To collect them, you just walk up there. They're going to start moving. So you are going to have to glide to catch up to them. And then once you get a little bit closer, you just have to hit that interact button. And you'll automatically pick it up. So we got that one. Let's go to Forgotten Lands. Okay, there we go. We got the second one. And the third and final one is over here in the Force of Valor. And here is the third one. And now we're going to have to go back to Skull Rock. It says repair the broken lanterns at a crafting station. It could be any crafting station, but there's one inside. So I'm just going to go back to Skull Rock for this. All right, here we are. So go to functional items. And we need to make 3 of these. Now that we have all 3, we just have to place the Pixie Dust lanterns on all 3 rope winches in Skull Rock. So for this, we're just going to go back up this way, and you're actually going to see these things. So these things here are called the rope winches, and we're going to put one right here. And then there's one over here by the Forgotten. We'll put one right here. And then over by the gate, you're going to see another one here where we originally picked this up. And we put the third one. So now they act like spotlights, okay? And it says, look for a strange shadow using the Pixie Dust lantern. So we got the Forgotten there. This one closest to this wall, you can just interact with it. Move it over one more time. And then there's the shadow. Now it says trap the shadow in one place using all 3 lanterns. So this big wall right here, that's where you want to shine your spotlight. So I'm just going to go ahead and move that one there. And then this one, we're going to keep spinning around until we get light on that wall. So 2 times for that one. And then we have this one here. We're going to do once, twice, 3, and 4. There we go. So now his shadow is trapped here. All the lights are shining on that wall. It says try to communicate with it. You just walk up there and talk to him. And then it says to shine a lantern on the gate to let the shadow lead the way. For this one, you can just go back over here to this one and then shine it on this gate over on the side with the Forgotten. And then you have to talk to these little skulls over here. They're called the Jade skulls. And they are going to do a little riddle for you. So the first answer is going to be a pirate ship. The second one is a pixie. And the third one is a pan flute. Okay, that's all 3. And then it's going to pull this one out. So then we just have to activate the wheel. And it opens this door. And now we're on the quest, a ship of gold. It says follow the shadow and Suro Jr. further into the Skull Rock. Also, don't forget you want to get every single thing that you can. Resources, dig up spots, things like that. Break rocks, all the good stuff. Now talk to Suro Jr. And now we have to search the area for a way to continue through Skull Rock. So for this, we're just going to start breaking some rocks. We're going to break everything. But this is the actual thing that we want to break. So as you see, one of the little pixie things is flying to the door. We're going to pick up the pixie dust that it left behind. And we're also going to pick up the rope. Just be sure to pick up all the stuff we found in the corner. And then it says another pixie dust orb was released. Follow the pixie dust orb in Skull Rock and gather the pixie dust. So we're just going to make our way back down and collect the pixie dust as we see it. So we're going to keep going back through here. Go all the way back to the very beginning. Down the stairs. And we're going to find our second batch of pixie dust right here. Now we did pick up the rope winch, which actually goes to this location. And once you put it on there, you activate it. It opens the door. We're over here by the ship. And then we're just going to make our way down this way. And we're just going to keep following it. Anytime you see some of the pixie dust on the ground, you want to pick it up. When you get to these rock walls, you're going to have to break it. You're going to have to break a lot of these rock walls. That was 1. There's 2. We got some more pixie dust here, so we're at 3 out of 6. And then there's tons of rock walls right here we need to smash through. Just keep breaking everything. And there's the last one. We got some more pixie dust on this side. There's also another dig spot right here, so you can pick that up, get some more resources. And then over on the right, we got to break even more rocks. there's a lot. There's a lot of rock walls here. Okay, we got one more. And then there's a couple of different directions. You can go ahead and break this one, and there's like a treasure on the other side. Just a little chest that's gonna have some stuff. Gonna pick that up. Just a bunch of other like generic things. It's nothing rare or exclusive or anything like that. We're gonna go over here to the left, and we see some pixie dust here. And you cannot break this over here, so it goes nowhere. We're gonna go back over here. And we actually need to catch that one. And it dropped this one right here. So now we can collect this chest over on this side as well. More just random things. And then we have to go back. Use the pixie dust to make something fly in Skull Rock. So now we're just going to make our way all the way back up where we came from. And for this, just like the movie, you actually are going to make the ship fly. So we have to go over here to the ship. And we can actually interact with it. And you're going to see a cool little scene. And the ship is actually floating. It turns gold. I mean, it's very fitting. The name of the quest is A Ship of Gold. Now it says the ship is flying. Cross to the other side of Skull Rock. So now we just got to go all the way back where we came originally. And go up the stairs here, up the ramp. And now the ship is actually here. So it's like bridged the path. So we can get over to this other side. We're going to go ahead and break these. And then we have these barrels, but we're not going to mess with the barrels yet. Let's just go back to the ship. We're going to go down, and there's actually another note on the door you can read, and then you also have the door. Interact with it. We don't have the key for the captain's quarters yet. So it wants us to just go to the back side over here. We see the shadow again, and we see Suro Jr. Let's go and talk to him. And now we have to match up these barrels. So the barrels have different icons on them. This one has Tinkerbell. This one has Captain Hook or Hook. And then this one is a thread like sewing needle. And there's also a couple over there. So to match these up, we're going to do this one. The one with the hook, you're going to interact with it 1 time and then 2 times. And now it's angled towards that one where we broke the rocks. So then we're going to go over to this one. And we're going to keep turning it until it lines up. So you're just trying to line them up with each other. So we got this one. 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. And 4. So now that one is done. We have those 2 connected. Next, we want to do... We'll do this one. So we have Peter Pan. And this one is actually going to line up with the like thread and needle. So we're going to move this one all the way like this. So now it's facing that direction. I'm going to go over there to the thread and needle. And we're going to turn it until it's connected to the Peter Pan one. So 1 and 2. Those are connected. Now we have the last one, which is this one, which has Tinkerbell. And it needs to be connected with that one way over there, which has a bell on it. So 2, 3, and 4 should do the trick. Now let's go get this last one. And we should be able to just interact with this one until it is finished. There we go. Alright, so now it's facing that one. We have all 3 sets of them done. And now it says find the key to the captain's cabin. To get this, all you have to do is go over here to this table by the Forgotten. Let's pick that up. And now we're going to go inside the captain's cabin, which again is down here. Interact, place the key in there, and then enter. So there's some cool stuff in here. There's like a rug, you know, there's a chest right here, which we cannot get to yet. It says the chest seems to require a key. But over here on the ground, we have another rope winch. We need that to take it over by the Forgotten to open yet again another gate. So we're going to go back over on this side. We're going to place it on the wall. And then we're going to activate it. And then boom. This is open. Now we're on the next quest. The music's on the wall. So now we're at another puzzle. So we have some music notes on this side. And some music notes on the right side. So we just have to talk to Suro Jr. And it says follow the glowing musical notes in Skull Rock. There's also a key here. So go ahead and pick up that key. You're going to need it. Now you see there is a glowing note right here. So we're going to go ahead and chase it. And then we're going to try and pick it up. Try and catch it. There we go. It dropped in memory. So it says investigate inside Skull Rock for clues to find more glowing musical notes. You have to pick up a memory found, which is this one. So go ahead and interact with it. And it's going to give you this memory. This is very important. We'll come back to that in a second. And then you have to unlock and search for the captain's chest. So we're going to go back to the captain's area. And we're going to go to that chest that we found before. So interact with this. Put the key in there. And now we got a piece of paper, which is going to give us a map. So down here by Ariel's boat, there's actually an X now over here in Skull Rock. So we're going to have to get to that location as well. So let's go back. It tells us to go back to Suro Jr. and discuss the pirate map and the new memory. After we finish that, we're just going to go all the way back and we have to find the stuff that's in the like the treasure map, you know, the little hints that we found. So for this, we are going to go all the way back. If you go over here to the ship and then you look off to the left, there's the exit to Skull Rock. There's actually a rope here. So you can click on that to interact with it and it'll allow you to go up and down without going all the way through that path on that side. So you see the ship is right here, and to get back up you can just click on this and it'll take you back to the top. Click on it, take you back to the bottom. So first we had the treasure map that showed an X down here. You have to take the little raft that is over by Skull Rock, pretty much where you found Ariel the first time, and over here on the left should be a pile of treasure. We're going to go ahead and dig that up. And it's going to give us some stuff. So we ended up getting the buried pirate treasure. And now we have to get 5 glowing musical notes. So if you go back to your little thing right here and you go to memory, we're under Dreamlight Valley. If you scroll down, you can actually look at this image again. So the 5 notes are in these locations. You have Ursula's Cave, Skull Rock, you have the treehouse, you have the Dream Castle, and then you have Olaf's Cave right here. So that's where all 5 of them are going to be. So the first one we're going to get, we are going to go to Ursula's Cave since it's here on the beach. If you don't remember where her cave is, it's literally straight across this way. Just follow the beach all the way to the end. And then it's just around the corner over here. Now this one, you're actually going to have to do some fishing. You're not going to see it like immediately when you go in there, like the last pile we just saw. You're just going to come in here and we're going to fish it out of the water. So there is like a treasure pile here, but this is just some random loot. It's nothing that's like quest specific. This is where the musical note is. You can actually see it over here. All right, there we go. We got 1 out of 5 of the glowing musical notes. So let's go get the other ones. Up next, I think we're going to go to Olaf's Cave. So for that, you just need to go up here to the Frosted Heights. And I believe his cave is right up here. We got the glowing door over on this side. Go on inside there. And for this, you're going to need your pickaxe because there is ice shards that are here now. So go ahead and break that. And it's actually trapped in one of these ice shards. So you can go ahead and break that. And pick up the note. So we're at 2 out of 5 now. Next, let's go to the Forgotten Lands. And we're going to get it out of the treehouse. And for this, you actually have to go inside of the treehouse. It's not on the outside. So spawn in the Forgotten Lands. There is the treehouse. You all know the treehouse, the one that you cannot move, even to this date. Go inside, and you're going to find it right here. You actually have to chase this one down. We just caught it. So now we're at 3 out of 5. Next, we're going to go inside of the Dream Castle. For this one, we're going to teleport back to the plaza. And then make our way up here. Not the Dark Castle, just the normal Dream Castle. When you go inside, it's going to be on the stairs to the left here. So we're just going to chase it down. and catch it like normal. And the last one is actually in Skull Rock. So we're going to make our way back to Skull Rock. To get this, you have to do another little riddle with the Jade skulls. So back over here where we originally talked to them, you're going to have to talk to them again. And this time you just have to answer one question, and it's pretty easy. It's going to tell you need to do a riddle. And the answer to this one is Pixie Dust. And then that's it. It's going to pop out the next memory orb. Or the musical note. And then we're just going to make our way all the way back to Suro Jr. So again, go through the ship. Go out through the backside over here. And then here is a part that's a little tricky, or at least it takes a little while. So we're just going to talk to him like normal. And now we have to place the pan, flute, and glowing musical notes over here. So we're going to place them like that. They're on the podium. And now this is where the puzzle comes into play. So we have something on the left and something on the right. You have your musical notes here. So the top row is going to be for the left side. The bottom row is going to be for the right side. So on the left side, we see that the first two notes are on the second line. So we're just going to go over here, and there's the first black line. We're going to move this up to the second black line. So just press that once, and then once on this one. And then if we look back on this again, you can see that the third one is 1, 2, 3. It is above the third black line. So we're going to move it up. Keep going. And we are now on the third black line. We're going to move up one more. And it'll actually trigger it at the top left that you completed it. So don't touch that one. That one is good to go. Now the next one you can see it is on just above the fourth black line. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So we are going to go up here. Now we're on the second black line. Now we're on the third. And then here's the fourth black line, right? And then it said one more above it. And then this one is the exact same as that one. So we can actually just go faster this time. Keep making its way all the way to the top. There's the fourth black line and then one more. And then the last note is showing that it is on the fourth black line. So it's just a little bit, it's one notch lower than the other two. So one more. There we go. All right, so that's finished. Now it says activate the pan flute. So you just interact with this and you're going to see Peter Pan fly through, and he messed up all of our notes again. So we have to stop him from like sabotaging our notes. So it says find a way to move the musical notes around on the wall. Now before you move those, you have to freeze the shadow. So after you talk to Suro Jr. again, we are going to have to freeze him in a place like I said. And to do this, you need another lamp. So you're going to have to go over here. There's a crafting station right here. And we're going to craft another one of those. So if you go to functional item, you see Pixie Dust Lantern. I have all the stuff already. We are just missing 3 glass. Well, they happen to put 3 glass down here on the ground. You can, of course, craft it if you want. So now that I have enough, I'm going to go ahead and craft one more. And then you're going to put this over here on the rope winch. This is very important. You have to do this step before you start matching the notes again. So do not match the notes first. And then this time, we're just going to have the light shine on the wall. So we have this light shining on the wall. And we have this light shining on the wall. All right, now you have to have at least 2 of them. So there he is. There's his shadow. It is trapped. He cannot move or sabotage this. And we're going to do this again. So it looks like the first 2 notes are on the second line. So I just have to move this one up once. So they're both on the second line. And then the third note is 1, 2, 3. It is above the third black line. So 1, 2, and now you see it's on the third black line. We're going to go up one more. That one is done. And then this one, it looks like the first 2 are above the fourth black line. So we're going to go like this. There's the fourth line. We're going to go one more. We're going to go one more on this one. And then this one here, we are going to take it to the fourth black line. So that's the finished product. And that one is there. And now we can activate the pan flute. And you get a little cutscene. Now we're not quite done just yet. You have to go over here, pick up this pixie dust, and we have to go find Peter Pan. We're doing like a bit of hide and seek. And he said he's going to be in the darkest area in the valley. If you want the quick answer, he is inside the dark castle. But if you want to do it along with me, there is going to be some pixie dust that you can pick up on the ground. That's going to drop some dream shards. So take this little shortcut here, and you can go down the rope ladder. And you'll see the dust right here. So here's another one you can grab. And these are optional, like I said. It'll just give you some dream shards if you want the extra ones. As soon as you leave there, there's actually another one here. We're on the little island by Skull Rock. There's another one right here at the stairs on your way up to the plaza. Go ahead and collect those. There's another one right here by the well. And this is all just leading you over here to this portal. So then go inside the portal. And you're going to see another one right here on the ground. Pick that up. And then make your way inside of the dark castle. And you'll see that there's some right here as well. So it's just pretty much telling you to go to the very top. We're going to teleport up here. There's another one here. And then we're going to go through the door. And then there he is. Okay, I'm wrong. Sorry. Go back over here. Go through this door. And now there he is. So we found him. Just talk to him and we'll be able to put his house down in the valley. All right, for Peter Pan's house, you're just going to click on this like you normally would. We're going to place this house just down right here. And unfortunately, this house is expensive. It's going to be 20,000 gold to be able to build it. And then you welcome Peter Pan into the valley. And then there he is. He has some cool animations, friendship quests, all that stuff. So it's just like any other thing. The Forgotten is now a friend. You can actually level them up and have them follow you as well. And if you want to change their name, go back to collections, go to character and hit this little edit thing here. So instead of Suro Jr., I could type in something else. You can change it as many times as you want. And that is it for the video. I hope this guide helped you out a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of guides and videos on the way, and I'll see you in the next one.